Hello everyone and welcome to this week's SMB. There are a lot of opportunities this week, but I will share two of my prime setups with you. So let's start with USD JPY first. And let's start from the monthly. What can I see? That we are in a very bullish momentum, that we touch this buying zone with the push here in the past, but already made a retest on the zone and we're pushing 2 months already and possible the third month. And also what can I see, that we have a flat wall to the left. So all things that are in my favor for a long setup. So what can I see on the weekly? That we made a very big inverse head and shoulder. Like here and here, with this as a head. But also shoulder one, head, shoulder two. So that are nice things to see. And also what can I see, that we've received 3-week weekly bullish candles. So the bulls are represented. And also we broke above this S&D zone, sorry. And we made a retest last week. Then what can I see on the daily? That we are clearly in bullish momentum with a clear bullish M, leg 1, leg 2, 3, 4, and we are creating a leg 5. With the zone on the IC and the last structure. So that is nice to see as well. So we can go to the 4 hour, and one thing that I marked out is the beginning of correction. I will come back to that later. So what can I see on the 4 hour? We received the impulse. We are correctively going to the daily zone, and we made a D-cell here. I was involved in the position already last week, but took the position out because of the NFP news. But a very nice thing to see is that we impulsed away from the D-cell box. We broke out of this descending channel and we made a momentum retest. So we can make a structural retest and also find support on this trend line. And because we broke out of this trend line, there's a 90% possibility that we are going back to the beginning of correction. So this was USD JPY. Let's go to the second one. It's a little bit different than I'm normally showing you. So let's start from the monthly. And what can I see? That we are clearly on a buying zone or a S&D zone, because we received here some resistance, here as well, but we find support as well, support here, resistance here, and support here. So it's a very strong zone with more pushes to the upside than to the downside. So I'm interested for a long position here. And the current monthly candle is also bullish, but that is not something that I take into account because it's still open. Then what can I see on the weekly? That we had a very aggressive push to the downside. So we are bearish. We had some bearish momentum, but we are on a strong zone, and we received, if you look close, a rejection on zone. So with this in mind, we can go to the daily, but also keep in mind that this was the last low, this was the last high. So everything between this high and this low can and will be treated as relief. So then if we go to the daily, so the weekly is still bullish, but we've received a lot of weeks with bearish momentum. So we have to keep that in mind. And on the daily, it becomes interesting because we had a very aggressive drop to the downside, so very impulsive, and we received this doji candle, which means that the market is slowing down on the zone of interest. And the day after, we received a bullish candle. So that are both good things to see. And with this in mind, I can go look for a hedge position. And if I draw my FIB from the last low to the previous high, I can see that we can make relief until the 6180 on the daily, because there's no FIB against us right now. And on the 4 hour, I can see a clear pattern in the form of a head and shoulders. So shoulder one, head, and it is already played out once. So here we received the first dip of the shoulder two. But I'm also aware that we can make a second dip because this was a very strong momentum retest. So we can make a structural retest as well. And also we can receive a possible third touch of this trend line to receive some impulses to the upside. So these were my two main pairs that I want to share, and I will put my limits tonight already, so that's very nice to see. I wish you all a very great week and see you next time. Bye bye.